welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well today. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie Jade. I post videos over here at least 3 times a week, but we're currently doing Vlogmas, so we're uploading back-to-back videos in the build-up to Christmas. But I hope you're doing very well today. So in today's video, I wanted to do quite a green and festive look in the build-up to Christmas, and I'm going to be using the Lorac Pro Artistry palette book. This is absolutely beautiful. It's got so many gorgeous shades in here, and I haven't actually got around to using any of these like greens, yellows, blues yet, so I thought, you know what, we'll give some of these a go today and see what they're like. But if you guys want to see the look that we come up with and how we create this look, then make sure you keep watching and do not forget to like, subscribe and comment, and let's just get started with today's video. So this palette actually retails at £35, however I got it brand new from a car boot sale for £10, which I thought was an absolute bargain. It has some absolutely beautiful shades in here. There's some really pretty greens, some really pretty blues. The shimmers are stunning, but I haven't had a chance to play with the cooler tones in this palette. I've done some of the warmer tones, some of the oranges, neutrals, but I haven't had a chance to play with the greens, so I thought we'd do that today. I've already primed my eyes using the Beauty Bay Eye Base. This is genuinely incredible, and I want to go in with some of these shades. So I'm going to start off firstly with this light kind of like lime green here. This is called Avocado. I'm going to start off with this shade first, and then we're going to build up with this kind of turquoisey colour, and then down into this really dark green. This one's called Potion. I do apologise if you can hear a lot of creaking. That is just because people are moving around outside of the office. I can't really stop that. I keep pausing the filming and then it keeps happening, so there's not a lot I can do to stop it. So I'm just starting off with that light green, the Avocado shade, and I'm just going to start to brush that over my lid and through my crease. It's really pretty. I'm not sure what I think about the pigmentation of this palette yet. Like, it's all nicely pigmented, but so far none of it's really like blown me away. Like, it's pretty, but there's nothing special about it for me yet. I'm just going to do the same thing on my other lid with that beautiful green colour, and I'm going to start to try to blend it up a little bit for when we bring the darker shade in. See what I mean? It's really nice, but it is acting like a pastel colour. Like, there's not that much interest there. It's not that bright, but it's fine. We're using it as a transition shade anyway, so it doesn't need to be too bright. So that is what the green is looking like, and then I'm going to go in with a different brush. Now I'm grabbing the Morphe Art 39 brush, and I'm just going to tap into the shade Lilo and Potion. So that's the turquoise colour with the tiniest bit of the dark green, and then I'm just going to start to blend this towards my outer corner. That dark green is like so pigmented. Look how pigmented that dark green is with the tiniest bit of product compared to using quite a lot of products of the light green. You can definitely tell that it is a more pigmented product, but it's fine. We'll just use less of that and blend it out using the lighter shade. So I'll just keep blending. It's definitely a good brush for it because it's a really nice, fluffy, soft brush. So I'm going to try my best today to wing this out a little bit, because I feel like it would just look better if we did wing it out rather than keeping it just on the lids. To help with the blending, I've gone in with the white. This one is called Ghost, and I'm just using a smaller brush to help blend this out. I feel like I haven't done like a green look in a while. I don't know if I've ever actually done a green look on my channel before. I feel like I must have done, but I just can't remember doing one. But yeah, I really like green. I feel like it's a really pretty colour. I used to never ever do green on my eyes, and then the last probably like, I'm gonna say 6 months, but maybe even the last like 3 or 4 months, I started experimenting with like new colours on my eyes, and I'm like, you know what? That is not half bad, and now I'm into greens quite a lot. I do love to get a good green shimmer on my cut crease. That really does it for me. Okay, I do love that green. I feel like this one's just more focused in the right area than this one is, but it'll help and be all fixed when we do our proper cut crease later on anyway. So I'm going to go in with the Morphe Live with Love brush, and I'm just going to tap into that white again just to help to start blend this. I'm just making it less harsh and a bit softer around the edges. This is now how it is looking, and I do like this look so far. I want to get a little bit more intense with the dark colour in this one like I did on this one. So I'm just going in with that small brush again. This is the 307 by Real Techniques. And I'm just tapping some of that right into my crease. Just to really, really deepen up that green and just make it a little bit of a stronger shade. So that's how it's looking, which is a lot more matching with the other one, which is great. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab a softer brush, probably this one here, and I'm just going to go in with that avocado shade, which is the original green we used. And I'm just going to start blending that over the top of where that darker green ends. That light green is beautiful, but it's just not, like, it's just not pigmented enough. You cannot see it anywhere near enough. I'm just going to keep building it up as well as we can. It's a real shame because the darker shade is like ridiculously pigmented. Then the lighter shade, you just can't even see it at all. It's a beautiful shade, but you literally can hardly see that on my lid. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with my cut crease, and I'm just going to grab the same one that we used earlier on. So this is the Beauty Bay one. I'm just going to grab some of this onto the back of my hand, and then I'm going to use my Soul Beauty brush to apply it to my eyes. This is genuinely the best brush, and if you've been on my channel before, you'll be sick of me ranting on about this brush, but it is absolutely incredible. It's the Soul Beauty F05, and you cannot get them anymore, which breaks my heart. So I'm just applying this cut crease along my lid using this brush. Oh, it's just a beautiful brush. It really is. Not to go on and on and on, but it's just beautiful. I've been away for the weekend. Not the weekend, but I've been away for like Tuesday, Wednesday, and I've just come back and I haven't had this brush the whole time, but I've done a load of makeup art and like eyeshadow looks and all different things, and coming back and being able to use this brush again, oh, you just don't get it. Unless you've been in a position where you have the best cut crease brush and then you've had to do a lot of makeup and then you come back and it's like, I really missed it. So that's what my eyes are looking like at the moment. I'm just going to neaten them up a little bit and make them a little bit more even. And then I'll probably start on my lower lash line while this dries, if I'm honest. I feel like I just haven't done a great job, but I'll be fine because I'm going to blend it in anyway. My cut crease is now done and applied. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a bit of that dark green, which is called Potion, on my 307 brush. And I'm just tapping some of that just into the very outer corner of my actual lid. There you go. It's literally in the outer, probably third. And I'm going to do the same thing on my other lid. Just stick that onto the outer third. And go like that. So it helps to start to blend it in with what we're going to do on the lid. Because I don't want to be loads of like really harsh and obvious lines, but this is what it's looking like. I'm actually really a fan of that Potion shade. It looks a lot lighter and a lot more turquoise on my eyes than it does in the pan. Like the pan there looks really dark and it does look a lot lighter on my eyes. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start with some shimmers now, which I'm very excited about. So the first shimmer I'm going to use, actually we're going to just swatch some. So there's a gorgeous kind of like dark green called Enchanted, but when I'm actually putting my finger on that for a swatch, it feels quite hard, like it doesn't feel very creamy, so I'm not sure what it's going to be like. There's one called Kiwi, which has the same feel. I don't know if it's just an old palette or what it is, but I'm not sure. Island Girl is a nice blue shimmer. This has got more of a creamy texture than the other one did. So this is what these shimmers look like. This first one here is Enchanted. This one here is called Kiwi. And then the third one here is called Island Girl. So I just want to do a swatch on the back of my hand with these. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, I like that one. Okay, that one's really out there. I love the blue, but I feel like the blue's a little bit too blue for this look. Like we're doing a green look, not a blue look. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the shade Kiwi, which was this Santa colour here. It's quite a nice one. And then I might use like a white or something as well. I'm going to take the shade Kiwi from my Lock Pro palette. I'm taking the shade Kiwi and I'm just going to start to dab that down the centre. So I mean, I'm literally getting as much product off this as I can. but it's just not that much is actually getting onto my finger. It's quite a tough formula, like it's quite a hard formula, and not a lot seems to come off it. Okay, I feel like I might have got a little bit more this time than we did before. Okay, I do really like that. I feel like that was definitely the right choice for my kind of like main shimmer on my lid. I'm just gonna get a little bit more to try and even that up. I think the shimmers in this palette are beautiful. You just need to get a fair amount onto your finger before applying it. Like if I'm having this much trouble getting onto my finger, I feel like this wouldn't perform very well with a brush, because usually it's so much easier to get product onto your finger than it is onto a brush. So if I'm struggling this much with my finger, then a brush is probably going to be hopeless at this point. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wipe my finger off because it's very green. And then I'm going to get a bright kind of like white shimmer. So I'm using the Foil Frenzy Fusion palette, and I'm going to use this one here, which is beautiful. This is a kind of white shimmer. Absolutely gorgeous. I've used this so many times. It is just a perfect shade. And I'm just applying that from my very inner corner, probably for the first third of my lid. Helps to create more of a gradient between the lighter and the darker green. I'm just going to keep layering this up, adding a little bit more and adding a little bit more as we go. Okay, that is beautiful, but I want to keep layering this to make that gradient a little bit stronger. So what I'm going to do is get a little bit more of the shimmer on each eye. And then I think I'm going to go over the shades again. So we're going to go over in reverse order now. So I started with the shimmer, so we're going to go in with that green. So I've done that, and we'll just apply some of that in the centre. And I'm just going to keep applying these in order until I'm quite happy with the gradient. Like it's coming together, but it is not there yet. That is so pretty. Okay, so now I've done that, I'm going to go in with that dark green, which is the potion colour. And I'm just tapping that into my outer corner again. And then, same on this eye. It was going to be winged, but I've just looked at my eyes and I'm like, they're not very winged right now, so I feel like that just kind of went out the window. But it's fine, it's fine. I'm going to go in with the white again and just do another little layer of that white, because I don't want it to get lost at all. Because I feel like the white's probably one of the most important parts of the look. It really makes the look pop and kind of look complete. I'm going to use the same white as an inner corner shimmer. This white is just beautiful. It's genuinely a flawless shade. And no matter what you put underneath, it just shines and just kind of pops beautifully. No matter literally what you put underneath, you can put anything underneath this and it'll still look absolutely insane. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a smaller brush. I'm going to take this one here, which is just a Revolution Pro brush, and I'm going to take the shade Potion, and I'm just going to start to use this on my lower lash line, probably right up to the inner third. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on my other eye, being quite gentle with it because I don't want it to be overpowered, but I'm going to use this all the way to my inner third. Okay, I like that. That's really intense, but I really, really like it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with a lighter shade. So I'm going to grab this brush here, which is one that I just bought from Cherries. It's nothing special. And I'm just going to grab a load of that avocado shade. I've literally packed it on. And I'm just applying some right in the inner third. Okay, so this is how it's looking. And I'm a really big fan of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little blend for a few minutes just to try to blend out some of these rougher edges. And then I might go for the shimmers one last time before we start thinking about mascara. I'm just doing a really, really gentle blend. Because I don't want there to be that like really obvious line there and there where the colour ends. So I'm just tapping into avocado and just running that really lightly over that edge. So this is now what my eyes are looking like, and I want to just do a quick neaten up. So I'm going to grab my eye base from Beauty Bay again, and I'm just going to grab a little bit of this onto the back of my hand. I just want to try and neaten it up a little bit because it's pretty, but I feel like it could be so much better. So I'm going to grab that with my brush, my Soul Beauty brush, just covering that in the base. And then what I want to do is I want to do some above my eyebrows, and then some just up there, just kind of straighten and just make it look a little bit neater really. I don't want to go over the top with the products, I just want to make sure that that line is as straight as possible, so it's a bit more of a flawless finish. It looks a little bit sharper. So I'm just doing that there. And then a little bit just to go across the top there. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. Super crazy, but we're gonna get on the blending, and hopefully it should look a little bit neater now we've applied that white there. Hopefully it should neaten out a little bit. So I'm just gonna start with this beauty blender. This beauty blender is really, really good. It's quite a decent sized one, but it's also got this end here, so it's got a flat end, which is really, really good for certain bits. And I just find it really, really handy, I really do. So I'm just blending that in up at the top. I do find that this does dry rather quickly, so you do have to move quite quickly with it as you go. So I'm going to do something on this eye and just blend that in. So I'm going back in with my R39 brush from Morphe, and back in, just packing that avocado shade on, and just all the way around the edges. Okay, that is more of the blend that we want. So I'm just going to keep that up. Keep having really small circular motions, and hopefully it should come together. It's starting to come together. There's just that edge there that I'm not sure about at the moment. So on my cheekbones, I use the Ariana highlight, the REM one in Miss Mercury. So I've just grabbed a little bit of that just to do my brow bone with, just to give it a little bit more shimmer. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. There we go. And then down the centre of my nose, I'm just going to do a little bit on my inner corner of my eyes, just kind of make those pop even more. And now that that is applied, I'm going to go in with the glitters for one more time, just to emphasise those glitters before we finish the look off. So I'm going to start off with the first shimmer, which is the Kiwi shade. And honestly, it is so pretty. I just wish that it was a little bit more pigmented. And I'm just tapping that on the centre of my lid and then pulling that out towards the darker green shade that we've got to try and get a stronger ombre between those two. Because I feel like they're very pretty, but those are the only ones that haven't really blended as well. So I'm just going to try and get a better blend with those. It is looking really pretty though. And then again there. Okay. I really, really like that. I just want to try and get that blend on this eye a little bit neater. Okay, that's really pretty. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with the white shimmer from the Foil Frenzy Fusion palette because it is beautiful. I'm just applying a little bit of that to the inner corners of my lid on both eyes. The more I apply, the kind of shinier and the whiter it is on the inner corner, so the more that green really contrasts. Okay, so this is how it's looking like at the moment. I feel like they're very similar, if not already even. So I'm just going to make sure they're as even as they can be. This is now how they're looking, which I'm a really, really big fan of. I think they look a lot better than I thought they were going to turn out. So I'm going to move on to mascara now. And the mascara today that I'm going to be using is the 3D Lash Effect from Primark. This is a really nice one. I haven't used it in quite a while, so I thought, why not give it a go today? This one I think was £1.50, which is super, super affordable. And it's got really, really fine bristles on the wand, which are really nice too. So I'm just going to start off and just do probably one small layer or coat using this mascara. It's quite nice. It does lengthen your lashes and give them a little bit of extra volume too. I don't feel like it ever really clumps my lashes either, which is always a positive. This is how it's looking at the moment. I'm going to go finish my lashes and then we'll be right back. This is now the final look and I hope you've all enjoyed this video. I genuinely am in love with this look. I'm really feeling the Christmassy vibes and I'm really into like doing different like Christmassy style inspired eyeshadow at the moment. So if you've got any other ideas of what you'd like me to do next, make sure you drop them down below. Thank you so much all for watching this video. Do not forget to smash that thumbs up button for me. Leave me a lovely little comment to read later on and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content just like this, and then I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.